Hello, and welcome to another newsletter from Construction Programs and Results. I'm Michael Stone, and I'll be sharing our newsletter with you. When I was a youngster, I remember using a crank telephone to make a call. And this was on a party line, and if memory serves correctly, there were 8 families on that line. Now that dates me, and I know that, but it also shows you how far technology has come today. I'm now sitting at my desk with no telephone. And if I want to make a call, I grab my mouse, click on the Zoom icon on my computer monitor, and then enter the phone number I want to call. If your call comes in, I get this big rectangle on my monitor along with a ding-dong sound that lets me know they are calling. I grab my mouse, click on receive, and we have our conversation. Where am I going with this? Is to ask for patience from each of you that might call. Grandpa Michael is going to do his best to learn how to use all this technical stuff. So if I screw up the call in any way and hang up on you when you do call, please forgive me and call us again. I promise I will work on this stuff until I get it right. Which leads me to this week's newsletter, Fixing a Mistake. A few months ago, we received this note from a contractor facing problems with his jobs. The note has been lightly edited to protect the guilty. He wrote, "I've been following your program for a couple of years now. I find myself in the worst nightmare situation. I have been growing my business for a couple of years and have spent 12 years building up my reputation as a go-to guy who gets it done. About 6 months ago, I took on 3 big projects, and due to unforeseen delays and complications, I failed to meet the client's expectations. My hands-off partner is furious about his reputation. We live in a small town, so word gets around quickly. I am ashamed to go out to eat with my girlfriend and to be seen. I have never been in any situation like this before, and a close friend of mine is trying to help me from my distraught feelings, basically saying it's business. It's not like I've killed somebody being a drunk driver. Any advice to send out a letter to my clients that I have failed?" That's the end of his note. He's made some big mistakes and is trying to make them right, and I admire that. A situation like this is extremely painful for everyone involved, and the only way to make it right is to face it head on. I reminded him that stuff happens in construction, and there are a lot of ways to spell stuff, all starting with S. His job now, as an honest contractor, is to get it fixed. That needs to be done face to face, not in a letter, and the sooner the better. We talked about this a few years back in the article on handling customer complaints, and you can find a link to that article below. I asked him to read the article, then go reach out to his clients and use the 5-step method to resolve the issues. It will be painful, but it needs to be done. Then he needs to get busy, make the corrections, and get the jobs completed. I also suggested he tell his partner that he was in the process of fixing the problems and ask him to stay out of the way and keep his mouth shut so he didn't make matters worse. Looking back on my response to his note now, would I add anything? I don't think I would. After a problem is fixed, your clients will judge you on how you make them feel. They might be upset right now, but if you deal with the issue immediately and get it resolved, they're more inclined to give you the benefit of the doubt. Living in a small town when things go bad can make it seem worse, but remember that they might talk about how you failed them today, But tomorrow, they'll talk about how you admitted your mistakes and made it right. They'll be surprised because most people don't have the courage to do that, especially face to face. That's why he needs to see these clients again face to face at the conclusion of the job and ask for a referral. It has been my experience that if you handle complaints and problems like we outline in the article, you'll get at least one referral when all is said and done. You don't get any referrals if you don't ask. Everyone makes mistakes. We're all human. Face your mistakes and get them fixed. Down the road, you'll feel better about yourself for facing them head on, and you'll garner business and respect because you handled it like a pro. Thanks again for watching, and may the profits be with you.